All right, let's get straight to it. For the last, 20 years, we've all played by one single rule: make Google happy. Well, that world is officially over. We are in a completely new era, and this shift is way bigger than I think most people realize. The game isn't about websites anymore. It's about brands.
I really want you to let this one sink in. For 2 decades, your job was to optimize a website. You played this game of keywords and links. But today, large language models, things like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they're evaluating your entire brand, your story, your reputation, your authority, all of it. They're not just scanning your meta tags, they're actually forming an opinion about you.
So here's the crucial point. The playbook has been completely thrown out. Those old rules we all obsessed over, keyword density, chasing backlinks, tweaking little on-page elements, those are tactics from a bygone era. The new rules, they're about whether your narrative is consistent everywhere, whether your reputation can actually be verified by somebody else, and whether your data is structured for a machine to easily understand. It's a whole different ballgame.
Look, here's probably the best way to think about it. For years, SEO has kind of been like giving a car a new paint job, It was all about the surface-level appearance. But an AI doesn't care about the paint job. It wants to inspect the engine. It wants to check the vehicle's entire history and verify the manufacturer's reputation. It's looking for substance, not just style.
So, how do you actually build that substance? How do you get ready for this new world? The good news is you don't need to chase every new algorithm. What you need is a solid foundation that's going to work no matter what happens next. And that foundation, it's built on just 2 things: story and tech. So let's break down what that means. This right here is the core equation. It's not about just, growth at all costs. It's about building momentum. When you have a really clear brand story and you have the technology to actually bring it to life, you start to see these compounding results. You get to stop reacting to everything and start building a presence that just works for you, day in and day out.
And this slide, this lays out the entire playbook. These are the 6 signals that are going to drive that momentum. You've got story on one side, your narrative, your reputation, and your authority. And then on the other, you've got tech, the foundation that makes it all visible to machines. We're going to go through each one of these because, believe me, getting this balance right is everything.
Okay, let's start with the story side. And just to be clear, this isn't about some fluffy marketing talk. This is about the concrete, verifiable story about your brand that exists all across the internet. And more importantly, how machines see it.
So the first signal is a coherent narrative. An AI isn't just going to read your homepage and call it a day. No way. It cross-references dozens of sources: your site, your LinkedIn profile, industry directories, partner websites, all of it. It's looking for something called entity consistency. And if your story is different in different places, the AI just sees you as unreliable. And poof, it moves on to a competitor whose story actually makes sense.
Now, when you nail this, the payoff is simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. The AI can confidently and accurately explain who you are and why you're trustworthy. It's not just guessing based on your homepage, it's stating a fact that it's already verified across a whole network of consistent data.
Next up, brand reputation. This is so critical. Your reputation cannot just live on your own website. An AI is always going to prioritize information it can fact-check from independent, third-party sources. So we're talking about reviews, media mentions, industry awards, that kind of thing. It's a concept called data provenance. A single glowing testimonial on your site is worth way less than just having consistent, positive reviews across a bunch of different platforms.
And the payoff here is very direct. The AI cites you because it's safe to cite you. Your reputation isn't just some claim you're making, it's a verifiable fact. And that reduces the AI's risk of giving someone a bad or, an unproven recommendation.
The third story signal is category authority. Look, it's not enough to just be good at what you do. You have to be publicly connected to the specific problems that you solve. These AI systems build what are called knowledge graphs. Basically, they map out the relationships between different brands, topics, and problems. Your goal here is to create such a strong link between your brand and your category that you become the default answer.
Because really, that's the whole point, isn't it? When someone asks an AI about your category, you need to be the answer that shows up. And this isn't about getting lucky. It's about deliberately and publicly building such a strong connection to what you do that you become, the inevitable answer.
Okay, now for the other half of the equation, your digital foundation, the tech.
because you can have the absolute best story in the world, but if machines can't find it, can't read it, and can't trust it, then you might as well be invisible.
So the first tech signal is foundational SEO. And let's be blunt, this is the boring but absolutely essential stuff. We're talking site speed, mobile friendliness, security. It also includes making sure your basic business info, your name, address, phone number, is exactly the same everywhere online. None of this is glamorous, but it is the absolute non-negotiable table stakes. And I mean that with total finality. If your site is slow or broken or insecure, then nothing else we've talked about even matters. This is the foundation that everything else gets built on. You just have to get it right, period.
Signal number 2 is content architecture. Now, this isn't about design, it's all about structure. Think about your website. Is it a well-organized library where a machine can easily go and find information? Or is it more like a messy pile of documents? A really clear structure with pillar pages and related content clusters lets an AI understand your expertise super efficiently.
See, a clean architecture lets an AI navigate your expertise, understand how different topics are related, and pull the exact right piece of information when it needs to build a recommendation. You're basically making it easy for the AI to do its job, and that's what you want.
And the final tech signal is structured data. Now, what's so cool about this is the idea of a digital passport. This is a layer of code, it's called schema markup, that humans never see. But what it does is explicitly hand over the facts about your business directly to the AI in its own native language. So instead of making the AI guess what you do, you're just giving it a verified fact sheet. This just removes all the ambiguity. The AI doesn't have to try and figure things out from your marketing copy. It can parse, verify, and cite what you claim with total confidence because you've handed it the facts in a perfectly organized, machine-readable format. So there you have it, the 3 story signals and the 3 text signals. And this is where it all comes together. Because if you get the balance between these 2 things wrong, well, you end up in one of 2 very bad places.
And this is the bottom line, right here. If you've got a brilliant story, but your tech is weak, you're invisible. It's that simple. No one will ever find you. On the flip side, if you have perfect, flawless tech, but your story is weak and inconsistent, the AI will find you, but it'll conclude there's nothing trustworthy or authoritative enough to recommend. Both sides of this equation are absolutely critical. So I'll just leave you with this question. When that potential client turns to an AI and asks for a recommendation in your market, are you going to be the answer that shows up? If you're not 100% sure, it's probably time to start thinking really hard about your story and your tech.